I told him I had a plan. I'm gonna do this, this, and that. And I stuck to the plan. I said, I'm gonna see you last. I didn't lie. I just stuck to what I felt in my spirit and what to do. You know, and that's what I did.
And I think you're good at what you do, you know, that like, yeah, it's good. I like it.
Like I said, I seen him picking up steam. Like he was, you know, making noise. And I felt like he got to the point where like it's time to run it, you know? I feel like he's coming into his own. I am myself. And I felt like it was the perfect time.
But I always knew that. Stronger than me? No, you weren't strong. You punched like a girl.
The entire combat sports landscape is buzzing with energy right now because Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn have finally crossed paths in an incredibly intense sit-down discussion ahead of their massive ring collision.
I can't really say it's going to be hard or easy. Sometimes I think fights are going to be hard and then it's over in like a second. Sometimes it's going to be easy work and it's actually harder than I thought. So we just won't know till we're in there.
Somehow I find the target every time. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Serious. Come on now. Come on now. You know how it is. Your city? Your city?
Yeah, my city.
You don't think I'm gonna hit you with that left hook?
No.
Many fighters like you. I thought that was
go
wrong.
for it. Go
Yeah, you go for it. You go for it. You go for it. You're the one that started that.
Go for it.
Ryan Garcia has publicly made it official that he intends to step into the ring against Conor Benn this coming autumn in Las Vegas for a massive pay-per-view attraction scheduled to go down on September 12th.
Is it happening?
Yes, sir. I announced it already. It's about to happen.
12th of September, you gonna beat him?
Yes.
This highly anticipated collision will represent the very first defense of Garcia's newly captured WBC Welterweight Championship strap, injecting an immense amount of pressure and chaotic energy into an already boiling personal feud.
Been told that September, the Mexican holiday in September, around about the 12th of September, Las Vegas, the destination, as Ryan Garcia of Mexican heritage will be defending his WBC Welterweight Championship. And he was on the Jimmy Fallon show this week, which is massive over in the States. He made a big announcement because he says that he's going to be fighting a certain fella from the United Kingdom in the shape of
Powerful powerhouse executive Dana White has already stated quite clearly that he is fully on board with orchestrating a massive pay-per-view main event between Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia, now that Benn has officially committed to a lucrative long-term promotional contract under the Zuffa boxing umbrella.
We signed a one-fight deal with him, and now we just signed a 2.5-year, 5-fight deal with him to stay with Zuffa Boxing.
Ryan Garcia, and the potential for a fight against him is what everybody's been making noise about. What fight do you want? What have you told Dana White?
Whoever wants it can get it.
That's who you are. I have no doubt about it. But I asked a very direct question. This is the first thing. He don't know me that well yet. Who do you want? Who's the guy?
Garcia,
that's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear, Dana. That's what I was asking about. What about you, Dana?
I agree with everything he said. That's why I'm in the business right now, is to make the fights that people want to see. This sport is way more broken than I even thought it was. I've already done more fights this year, my first year, than all the promoters combined. Yeah. My job is to figure out how to pay him and pay me. You know, I got to make sure that we make enough money for everybody. His job is to be a badass.
I just want to give people value for money. I want people to want to tune into a Conor Benn fight. I pour my soul into my fights and I give them every...
While speaking as a featured guest on the prominent television platform hosted by Stephen A. Smith, Conor Benn openly acknowledged that stepping into the squared circle against Ryan Garcia would easily represent the most demanding test and the absolute peak milestone of his entire professional journey up to this point. The determined fighter strongly highlighted exactly how critical this specific matchup is for his legacy, explicitly labeling the high-stakes encounter as a crucial turning point that will solidify his rightful place among the elite championship tier of the modern boxing world.
Garcia, and the potential for a fight against him is what everybody's been making noise about as well. Where is your head in regards to that? What fight do you want? What have you told Dana White?
Listen,
What fight did you want?
We're going to try and make the WBC World title. You know, I'm mandatory for that shot. I worked hard to get to that shot. But ultimately, I'm not sure of options. You know, there's plenty of fighters calling me out. So we'll see what's there. Whatever fight the public want, they can get. I'm here because I want to make the biggest fights possible. I want to make the most memorable nights in boxing. You know, the ones where people go, "Oh, what a fight, what a night." Something to remember, history made, legacy made. That's why I'm here. So Whoever wants it can get it.
That's who you are. I have no doubt about it. But I asked a very direct question. This is the first thing. He don't know me that well yet. Who do you want? Like, who's the guy?
Garcia.
Yeah, that's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear, Dana. That's what I'm...
Prominent sports promoter Eddie Hearn has additionally pointed out that this massive collision possesses all the necessary ingredients to transform into one of the most lucrative and heavily viewed boxing events of the modern era. The primary reasoning behind this massive projection relies heavily on the massive global audience, the unprecedented digital media hype, and the massive crossover entertainment followings that both of these charismatic fighters naturally attract whenever they step into the spotlight.
Against Conor Benn, arguably the biggest fight in boxing. I mean, we would take 15,000 to Las Vegas for that fight. Conor would sell out a stadium with Ryan. Ryan's a huge name. He's got to beat Barrios first. I believe he will. So that's a monster fight. But we got to worry about Conor Benn and Conor Benn only. And I'm not having him sitting around waiting. You know what he's like. He's back in the gym already. He's looking phenomenal. He's not going to want to wait till July, August to fight. We need to fight May, June at the absolute latest, if we're guaranteed that fight. If not...
Nonetheless, a significant portion of the boxing community and veteran sports commentators firmly argue that Conor Benn is simply not operating on the same elite tier as Ryan Garcia just yet. The widespread consensus suggests that Garcia commands far superior raw athletic gifts, a much deeper resume of top-tier experience, and fully established championship credentials following his recent dominant performance to secure the prestigious WBC welterweight crown.
As soon as you goes out, Conor will have already fought, so assume he does beat Regis Prograis tonight. Do you want to see him in there with Ryan Garcia, Devin Hay? Who do you want to see him in there?
Whoever they got lined up. I don't mind. I'm very confident my boys fighting all of them against Rowley, Garcia. So I'm just happy for him to fight any of them. I really do. And now that he's at his proper weight, you'll really see the best of.
Furthermore, several knowledgeable ringside analysts are expressing genuine worry because Conor Benn has not regularly made the official 147-pound welterweight limit in almost 4 years. This long absence from the specific weight class has sparked massive doubts regarding how efficiently his body can adapt to the division when facing an elite, dangerous, world-class champion like Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia is the favourite, and again, people say, you said blah, blah, blah. Yes, I did, because I wasn't going to go, this geezer we promote's got absolutely zero chance, was I? Conor Benn is a brilliant athlete, right? He's a brilliant trainer. I'll never take away his strengths. But from a boxing perspective, he's not, from a boxing perspective, at the levels of Ryan Garcia. But he can still go in there and cause trouble against those fighters. And if he turns up on 100% on that day, can he beat him? Yeah, sure. But Ryan Garcia is a great fighter. It will be a massive occasion. I'm not taking anything away from it. What I stand by is the fact that it's one of the biggest fights in the sport.
Prominent United Kingdom combat sports journalist Gareth A. Davies has officially dropped an incredibly daring forecast leading into this highly anticipated championship bout by stating his firm belief that Garcia will secure a definitive knockout victory over Benn. The experienced commentator strongly senses that the blazing hand velocity, precise rhythm, and devastating signature lead hook of Garcia will ultimately prove entirely overwhelming for Benn to manage as the championship rounds begin to take a physical toll.
Fought at 147 pounds flat for the last 4 years. His last fight was 150-pound catch weight against Regis Prograis. He hasn't hit 147 for 4 years. Still highly ranked with the WBC at 147, and now gets an opportunity, seems, in September to be fighting for a world championship.
Yeah, and we have to comment on that performance as the chief support for Tyson Fury and Arslanbek Makhmudov at Tottenham, whatever it was, 6-7 weeks ago, because he looked very weight drained all week as well. And like I say, he made 150, and it was really hard work. I think he came in just under 150 anyway, didn't he, on the day?
Yeah.
And Regis Prograis is a slippery, slick southpaw at tail end of his career, on the way down at the moment. And even though Conor Benn won handily, it was over 10 rounds, I think, wasn't it, on the night? He didn't struggle, but he didn't look full of vim and vigour. His tensile strength is there, but he didn't look like the wrecking ball that fought at middleweight against against Chris Eubank Jr. in the second fight.
Listen to Paulie Malignaggi had some things to say about the fight and Conor Benn. Listen to him.
Paulie, did you catch the Conor Benn fight? Did you catch the co-main event?
I did. You know what, guys? I'm done. I'm done with it. This guy's horrible. This guy's terrible. I don't mind watching Conor Benn. Like I don't mind him getting the fanfare. He's an okay fighter. Just don't start mentioning him at world class level. Then you start crossing the line. Because he's not your Jake Paul either. So it's not like I'm throwing him all the way on the other side. I'm not doing that. I'm being a very honest person here. He's an okay fighter. Okay, but just don't start mentioning him with these world-class situations and world-class fighters. He talks about Shakur Stevenson and all this other stuff. His name belongs nowhere near those guys, okay? For the fanfare, okay, I get it. People start talking about him. He's got a lot of popularity, and I understand that's going to happen. But don't start mentioning him boxing-wise with these guys. All of a sudden, right away, we start seeing tweets and Instagrams about this Shakur Stevenson fight and everybody. Shakur Stevenson would beat him with one hand. I would beat him right now.
Former world champion turned analyst Timothy Bradley firmly believes that Conor Benn remains a long way off from the true championship tier based on the tape from his most recent outings. The outspoken commentator heavily criticized the level of opposition Benn has faced, along with his strategic decision-making and overall tactical precision inside the squared circle. He specifically highlighted Benn's recent performance against Regis Prograis to support his claim, arguing that the rising contender completely failed to put on a dominant show against an opponent whom many ringside experts considered to be well past his absolute physical prime. While the explosive offensive pressure and raw striking power of Benn certainly ensure that he remains a highly dangerous threat to anyone in the division,
He's got star character and star qualities. If he's going to make 147, if he's good at the weight, it'll be a good fight. If he has really struggled at the weight, he's going to struggle against Garcia, who is a massive puncher at welterweight with both left and right hooks, notably that left hook. It's a dangerous fight for him. I think it'll deliver all the way to the fight, but I'm afraid I think he'll get knocked out by Ryan Garcia, unless he knocks Garcia out himself. I want to see Devin Haney in with Ryan Garcia as well in the rematch. That's a massive fight. But Conor Benn, I've said this before and I will say it again, could end up with 50, 60, 70 million in the bank and never win a world title. And that's an extraordinary thing to say, but it will make him a very successful boxer in this period.
If you're Conor now, is that the fight that you go after and you take next?
Yeah, because it's so big. It's a really big...
At 147?
Yes. Go and take it.
Bradley openly explained that the apparent technical flaws and the relatively brief amateur foundation of the British contender become glaringly obvious the moment he shares the ring with a higher tier of opposition. The veteran analyst additionally pointed out that Benn can occasionally appear visibly flustered under heavy strategic pressure when standing across from seasoned veterans, which only injects more skepticism surrounding his ability to perform effectively against a truly world-class title holder like Ryan Garcia. Even though Bradley did give credit to Benn for his undeniable physical durability and his fearless warrior spirit inside the ropes, he adamantly maintained that the UK attraction still has a tremendous amount of work left to do before anyone can rightfully rank him among the premier elite welterweight competitors in the sport today.